Allahu Akbar.
The month is April. For some people in Indiana, this might be an ordinary time. For others, this is a very special time of year when both Muslims and Christians experience fasting. Ramadan is a holy month when Muslims practice fasting. It falls on the ninth month of the Islamic calendar. Fasting is one of the five pillars of Islam. During Ramadan, Muslims do not eat or drink during daylight. Meet Ari, a second year student studying composition and applied linguistics.
Well, every single Muslim in the world celebrate Ramadan the same thing. I mean, in the same way, in a way that they are going to escalate their frequency and quality and quantity of their prayers, their good deeds, and everything. So that's also applies to me, where I am going to like pray more intensively, recite Quran more. So that's basically the general thing that Muslim around the world do around Ramadan.
While the holy month of Ramadan has just begun, Roman Catholic Christians have been preparing for Easter. They have been fasting through Lent, a 40-day season where people commemorate Jesus fasting in the desert. For Christians, they choose to give up foods or hobbies that they enjoy, such as sugary foods or video games. According to a Lifeway poll, about a quarter of Americans observe Lent. Fasting during this holy time also requires some Christians to abstain from meat every Friday of the week, often turning to fish. My sister, Madeline Turley, explains how she is fasting.
This Lent, I will do some prayer, some fasting, and some almsgiving. So, my husband and I are spending some extra time in prayer during Lent and some extra time reading scripture. I will be fasting from extra sweets and desserts and such, and fasting from social media a bit by limiting my use on social media. And I'll be giving some extra money to our parish during the collection each Sunday.
Roman Catholics follow the liturgical calendar, in which shows the days they need to fast. On the other hand, Muslims tend to follow the lunar calendar. In a typical spring and summer, Muslims fast between 12 to 16 hours, depending on when the sun sets. The long hours of fasting presents a challenge for Muslims practicing Ramadan in the United States. Omar, from Egypt, is a student at IUP. After living here for over 5 years, he explains how he adapted his lifestyle to Ramadan.
It's one of the very unique, holy, and special months for Muslims, so we'll be waiting for it to happen.
Indiana is also a home for Muslim professionals who work in different sectors from education to medicine. This diversity can also be seen in the food they offer to break their fast.
So I try to eat like just some salad and dates with any type of juice, and then in the night we have a longer prayer that would last for like an hour or something, that is not common outside of Ramadan. So we do not have to eat that to eat a lot in order to be able to pray for that hour. And then when we come back, we'll probably eat something else. And then right before we start the fasting in the next day, let's say 10-15 minutes, we also try to eat something light, so we can be able to like run errands and do work during fasting.
Today, there are roughly around 24.9% of the Muslim population in the world. They are spread out in countries like Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa, and the Middle East. Here is Ari's take on adjusting his practices in a different country.
It's really difficult, to be honest, especially when my wife and my family is not here and I live alone. I mean, like, this is my second time having Ramadan here, so I'll be fine.
Although it may be difficult to refrain from comfort foods, there are helpful tips to guide you to a healthier life, such as drinking enough water, avoiding exercise, and eating foods rich in carbs before fasting. No matter where you are or what religion you may practice, fasting is observed all over the world. My name is Jeffrey McKissick, reporting for IUP TV News.